Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Peters, Dr. Jenny Peters. You can call me Jenny. I'm totally comfortable with that. And welcome to this course, 6201, your Adults 1, which is basically your first Med-Surg course. I'm very excited to be teaching you in this section, and I'm your instructor. So I just want to go through a few things. First, I'll introduce myself. I have been a nurse for, I don't even know, since 1994, and I have been a nurse practitioner for the past, gosh, I have to count, 14 years now. And I finished my DNP in 2011. Since that time, I have worked in a variety of places, as you'll find when you're a nurse, that we tend to have our hands in multiple things. So as a nurse, I've worked in multiple areas, even back in the 90s when agency nursing was really popular. I did that. I spent a lot of my time, though, in a cardiac step-down and ICU. Also worked in pediatrics, adult med surg. As a nurse, you're going to get used to floating maybe through the years. So the only thing I do not know for sure is OB. I've been floated there once, and I was like, oh, I got to review this stuff. So, anyways, that's why I don't teach OB. And that's what you'll find too, that you will get your interest and your specialty. I loved cardiac stuff. And as a nurse practitioner, I worked in internal medicine, family practice, a pre-op clinic. I've worked in urology for a short time. I've done nursing home rounds and hospital rounds for that time. I'm the course coordinator also for 6970, so you'll be hearing from me if you haven't already. And so I've had my foot in the hospital setting also, even as a nurse practitioner. Okay, so enough about me. Oh, 5 kids, blended family, grandkids, awesome grandkids. I have 4 of them, and they're a lot of fun. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, so if you ever see a cat roll through here, don't be surprised. Might be one of them. All right, so you should have received an email or video from the course lead, Dr. Woda. She just makes sure that everything is wrapped up and the course is set up and ready to go. So she should have sent you something on getting the book bundle. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Also, EAQs, you go ahead, in order to get into the EAQs, there should be instructions that you've already received at this point. I will double check. But for EAQs, you have to actually access it from Canvas, and you have to set it up using your email address for Marquette. That will get you to the EAQs because you'll have, and those are quizzes that you'll take through the semester, and it builds on your learning. And so it's adaptive quizzing, which means that if the quiz feels like, or the computer feels like you're not doing very well, it may give you more questions. Or if you're doing very well, it may shut off at a certain time. Very similar to how the NCLEX works. It does the same exact thing. It's adaptive quizzing. And so you'll have different topics, so make sure you print out the syllabus, the course schedule, look through everything. I say make sure you read these twice, and I always say to go through the intro module twice to make sure you didn't miss anything. It's kind of like watch it the first time, you're like, this is great, and then you watch it again and you pick up other things. That's why I feel like just be prepared. Don't be afraid. You're not going to ruin anything in the course. Make sure you go in, press buttons, do what you have to do to, I call it marry the course. So become connected and married to the course so you know where everything is. All right, other things, weekly modules. So you're going to have your modules set up similar to all of your other courses, but there's just different content in there. Maybe there isn't going to be as much, or maybe there's going to be more than what you're used to. I'm not sure. I think it's not as much, but I could be wrong. So you go through your readings. So this is what's going to help you be successful in the course. Do your readings, print out the active learning guide, or I call it's called active learning guide, but I think it's more of a learning guide or key points to kind of look through and make sure that you understand each of those points. There's also supplemental slides for those that like looking at slides. I think those are very helpful to study for the exam. Also, I will be giving you wrap-up videos Wrap-up videos are basically, let's get to the down and dirty and hone in on what you should really focus on this week. It's an overview, it's a summary. I made some, Dr. Woda made some, and Tina Malice, the other professor, also made some. So you'll be hearing from either me or Professor Malice or Dr. Woda. Because we're all teaching this course, but I am your instructor. You come to me first for questions, and we'll talk about contact info in a minute. Make sure I write that down. I will be meeting with you separately, just as a section, periodically through the semester, because I want you to feel like this is your section. I am your instructor for this course. We will be setting up weekly meetings though, to talk about exam review. So for example, week 1, we're talking about professional nursing practice, palliative care, pain. Then we go into perioperative care, so that next week there'll be a meeting set up for you to talk about week 1, possibly week 1 and week 2 since we're in the beginning. So a schedule will be sent out for that. The plan at this point is for Professor Malice to host some, for Dr. Woda to host some, and for me to host some. So it'll be the entire cohort that will go in on these, and it's optional, but it's very highly encouraged. I really highly encourage you to do it because we intentionally do exam reviews and very carefully pick topics that are what you should know. That's what I've noticed from the past, that students have been more successful that way. Okay. Games. When I do the meetings with you, I like to play Kahoot. So I will probably post links for Kahoot games for you. Sometimes I do another platform, it's called Mentimeter. Sometimes I make a Quizlet, and I may even do these last minute, say, hey, here's some good review questions for you. And again, if I'm making them, I'm not making them just for for things that you wouldn't have to know. It's definitely done intentionally with things that you should know for the exam. All right. And so make sure you go through everything when I meet with you online. Come with your questions. So I think at this point, this is the first time you're watching this, and you just need to go through the course. And then when I meet with you, come with your questions, and then we're going to go through everything. The other thing that we have to do is a Kaplan exam, which I know you had that last semester, so it's set up very much the same. Utilize every resource you have in Kaplan. It's important. It's not just like an on-the-side thing. I know it's once in the semester that you have to take the integrated and come to campus, but you also have some focus review tests that you'll be doing through the semester. And those are in your syllabus and also on the course schedule. So make sure you can get into Kaplan, make sure you sign up for EAQ. And the other thing I'll have you do is sign up for Remind. I really highly encourage you to do that because I can send out group texts to you. You can text me anytime. I can text you individually every time. Like if you send me a text individually, it doesn't go to the group, it just goes to me. But if I want to send a message out to all of you at the same time, I have the ability to do that. And the students really like it. So whether I put reminders or just a fun, encouraging thing to you, don't worry, I won't bother you with text messages. Other contact, you can email me. And I'll also give you my phone number if we need to talk. I have no problem doing that whatsoever. My goal is to be here for you, help you learn every step of the way. If you email me, allow 24 hours for me to get back to you. I'm usually pretty quick. You can email me, you can text me on the Remind app, you can call 24/7. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer because I do sleep at night and I put my phone on silent, but as soon as I get it, I will call you back. I'm pretty... You'll probably find that I answer things pretty quickly as I'm attached to my phone and my laptop and other computer. So it's just what happens when you teach. So that is about it. I'm dedicated to you and helping you learn this. If you feel like you don't understand it, please reach out to me. I've hopped in on study groups. If you guys get a little study group, I've hopped in on those as you're studying for the exam. And I answer your questions. So that the students seem to really like that too. But whatever you prefer, just so you know that I'm here as you're studying, and even want to text me a question as you're studying as a group or however you're doing it. I want you to feel comfortable with me too, with me. So, all right, you take care, and I will see you soon.